Let's go.
Oh my God. Welcome's Parker's Post. Man, we got a special edition, Super Bowl edition. Super Bowl coming up 2 weeks. January 26th, one of the coldest years of my lifetime across the whole country. And, we had a very good sports weekend, but some people say it was a bad sports weekend. But, let me bring my host in, my co host in. He's the bartender in Tampa Bay. He got about 100 jobs. Now he tell me he's a swimmer, golfer, everything. Man, Mr. Jeff
I'm
Carl.
actually I'm teeing it up this afternoon. I'm teeing it up this afternoon, actually. So
Okay. Well, Jeff Carl, man, what you think about this sports this past weekend? Football to be exact.
I hate it.
Why?
That was that. Okay, look, I'm very happy for stories like Sam Darnold, right? Like that's a great thing because I know Jets fans are angry right now, and I know Vikings fans are very angry right now, right? Because it's like, hold on, this guy got to the Super Bowl in the right setup. And we talk about this at the shop, you know what I mean, all the time. We talk about matchups and the way certain coordinators match up with certain guys, right? And if you put the right pieces around them, look what happens. Lightning in a bottle.
So, by the way, we are live today. Live today talking about Super Bowl.
Oh, really?
Matchups. Yes, we are live. So,
oh well, yeah. All right. Well, I see that now. Okay. All right.
The one thing that really got me this past weekend is these two teams the best teams on paper for the Super Bowl? I say on paper.
No, because the two teams on maybe the Seahawks, but definitely not the Patriots. The Broncos proved that they were the better team yesterday. They just didn't win. And I'm telling you, with Bo Nix, they easily win that game. I'm sorry. If the Patriots play the same game against Bo Nix, it's right. Not a 3-point game. I promise you.
How do you think?
And that's why Peyton went for it. Because if you think about this, would Sean Payton have gone for it with Bo Nix at 4th and 1 at home, going up 2 possessions?
Hold on a minute. Stop. You need to back that thing up. What you need to be asking is, why is he going for it with a backup quarterback ain't played in almost 5 years? Hey, man, I'm gonna tell you something. Well, Sean Payton cost that loss, man.
I'm not happy with it,
Sean Payton, if you won a game from the Super Bowl and it's bad weather, man, you got to get all the points you can. Hey.
Right. The snow's coming. The forecast.
Yeah. He should have said, man, let me try. Well, again, on his thing was, that if I get a touchdown and then that bad weather, that we can control the clock. So,
I get it. Look, it's the riverboat gambling mentality. We'll be there in October.
Yeah, it's how can I put it? Yesterday was a very interesting football day. I hate to tell you, long as I've been living, I think, it's not that the Rams, the Seahawks, because they all have Super Bowl experience. They all have championships. At this time, are
Correct.
they the best teams on paper for the Super Bowl?
No, like again, no. Like I believe that there was other teams. I get it. They were the number one seeds, right? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? One and two. You know, like what are like one and two. So I'm not going to sit there and say they weren't close, but
Right.
I
Right.
just personally don't believe that they were the absolute top to bottom best rosters going in. No, they just
Well,
happened to win their games.
so is there anything from yesterday, from any of the two games, did anything stick out
Yeah.
that was a very besides Sean Payton not going for it? I mean, for Sean Payton going for it on fourth in the first half. Is there any other play that stuck out that was a game changer to you?
Wise for the actual matchup, yeah, the Patriots have a real big problem. They cannot protect Drake May in the passing game. That's 2 games in a row. It's not just Houston that exposed him. Now Denver has exposed him. Now Seattle can expose him. Josh Daniels is going to have to come up with something different because the Patriots are exposed offensively, not defensively, offensively. And it's clearly showing. He was 10 of 21 for 86 yards, and they won.
Yeah, but I'm not
Okay,
going.
you got.
I'm not going to use that game. I would not use that game. You know, you can have the great. Let me think of a cold weather quarterback, a Terry Bradshaw, back in the days where they had cold weather games. I would not even take him in that game.
Oh, come on now. You're not going with that still. Come on. You know the curtain carried them. Stop.
But what I'm saying is I would not judge a quarterback off of those 2 games yesterday. Well, one game, not the Seattle game. Because Seattle, hey man,
You know
Seattle.
Darnold's hosting that trophy unless a miracle happens.
Hold on a minute. Man, I got something for that. I need to make this point across. I'm finna get your blood pressure high for some reason. But you know what though?
It's already starting to tick in the wrong direction.
So do you think Drake May? Do you think
all right
he is the quarterback of the future for the Patriots?
Oh, absolutely. Look, man, if he doesn't step up in the pocket and scramble the way he scrambled yesterday, they're not there. Like he's still, I will give him this. Yes, 10 to 21, 80, not great, like at all. But when you had to make the plays on third down and you know what I mean, and you sealed the game with your run, his mobility is Josh Allen like.
Okay. I I'm not going to disagree with you today, but I have a point that I'm going to make.
I watched him. I watched him at North Carolina, man. Like that's why, and that was the same thing. And I was actually having this conversation yesterday. You look at both of those guys' junior years when they actually had talent around them, they produced, right? And the next year, when you didn't have that in your senior year, you fell back. So really, May and Allen should have been number 1 overall picks in their classes. And if you go back and look at it, besides Mahomes, you know what I mean? Sorry, like
the reason why I'm saying is because I like to see a quarterback.
I mean, you know, Caleb was drafted ahead of Drake May.
Well, let me go back again. I love to see a quarterback be a starter for at least 2 years before I give judgment on what I see moving in the future for them. I don't like to see a one full season year starter and we say he gonna be the next great one. Because we can name a whole bunch of quarterbacks recently that done had one great season and where are they today? So I love to see what the defensive
Well,
coordinator is going to
if you look at the Washington,
mm-hmm.
I mean Washington, right? RG3 and Jaden Daniels, phenomenal rookie seasons, and then both on the track for being injury prone. Not good.
Yeah,
not good.
Yeah, but a lot of that has something to do with the offensive coordinator.
Stafford retire.
There's someone, I'm not going to bring it up today. There's someone says that Stafford is a Hall of Famer. I wonder who's ever said that.
Hold on. Where's he at yardage wise? Does he have a ring? Yeah, come on, man. Mike Evans is the first ballot Hall of Famer. Nobody questions that. Don't question Stafford either.
Okay. Did I say anything against that? I just
man, he
heard
beat Brady.
He did what?
He put Brady in retirement. Remember that. He put Brady in retirement. Remember that.
Okay. So, but on another note,
on his way to that ring.
Okay. On another note, and we're not going to get too much off the subject, man. We're going to keep it moving forward. Give me your Super Bowl winner and tell me why.
Oh, like I just said, I think about 10 minutes ago. Look, unless Josh Daniels comes up with something, they just don't have the passing attack. And the Seahawks defense is on. They're not quite as good as Denver and Houston, but they can sack the quarterback. That's the most important part, right? So if Drake May goes in there and gets sacked 5 or 6 times, and they establish the run the way they've been establishing it with Kenneth Walker, it's honestly, it might get one-sided real quick, real early. Nobody stops in Jigba, right? Nobody stops in Jigba. Cooper Kupp's still getting one-on-one. He's not the player that he was, but he was effective when they needed him to be yesterday, especially in the red zone, right? So if we're talking matchups,
I still see the same Cooper Kupp, but I think Cooper Kupp is not running the same routes he once ran. But I still see Cooper Kupp. I know you stuck on another type of receiver, but those slot receivers like him, those are the type of receivers that are gonna make a difference in the Super Bowl, especially this year. I know the Rams receiver missed early in the game, missed one right through his hands. Man, how can you be the top receiver in the game? Right in the middle of the darn hand.
Look, man, everybody, the Nakua, Nakua, it was the first time I've ever seen him fall short in a big moment, right? You know what I mean? Like multiple catches he missed yesterday.
You say yesterday, but I've seen him last week, missed a couple catches last week as well. And I'm just saying to myself, are these just numbers, guys? The percentage is you throw them enough, they're going to have 100-something catches and forget the misses when you really need them?
Right.
So you saying you have the Seahawks for the win?
Yeah, by at least 7 or more. I just unless look, the only way I see the Patriots winning is unless Josh Daniels gets real creative with the play calling, because you're not going to pound Stevenson and Henderson down Seattle's throat. You're not doing it. Nobody's running the ball against them. They haven't. That's, you know what I mean? Like, and the fact that you don't have any real pass threat. Yeah, you got Hollins back, right? Yes. Did he make some plays yesterday? Sure. Right? They, you know what I mean? Like when they needed the plays, they got them. But you're not winning that game by only scoring 10 points. Seattle most likely will score 24 or more, right?
Right.
Even against that now, you know what I mean? You got to sit there and be like, all right, well, if Seattle's at least, let's just sit there and say 21. 21. Patriots haven't scored that since the regular season. You got a problem, guys. You got a problem.
So, if you're taking the Seahawks, what you think the spread would be?
Neutral site, you probably, it's still going to be a tight line, right? I mean, 3.5, 4, maybe. Seattle, just because of the offense. Hold on, let's see. Give me a second.
Oh my!
Let's see what the old Hard Rock app has to say here in Tampa, Florida. Hold on. It's 5.5, even more. See what I'm saying? Like, like they know that. Like, just sit there saying they know they can't move the ball. Like, what are you gonna do when you're down 14-0 at the end of the first quarter? You're smoked.
Well, I tell you, you just made a hell of a point, and I do. I really, man, I'm gonna tell you something. This may be the first Super Bowl in my lifetime. I really have no interest in this game. I have no interest. You usually get excited.
I will
man,
not.
You make a
I will
nice
say,
little. So you make a nice little dinner, man. You make some specialty foods, man. Cause you know how y'all get them beanie weenie hot dogs. Y'all try to put all type of stuff on them beanie weenies, man. Hey, now I don't think a lot of people.
I'm gonna go get me a chop. I'm gonna go get me a chopped salad and call it a night. You know what I mean?
You might as well. Hey, you might as well go ahead and eat it cold too. If you eat it cold, you ain't got to worry about it going bad. But you know what? Out of this Super Bowl run by both of these teams, I only can think of one player that is so upset right now. Geno Smith.
I was wondering if you're gonna drop his name. I'm like, all right, you know what I mean?
Hey, tell me this up. How you think he's feeling?
Yeah, but wait a minute. He had Lockett and DK. He did not really have the Jackson Smith and Jigba that Darnold had. I'm sorry. Like,
okay,
Smith and Jigba was there his rookie season, man. He's not but like Ibuka in 2 years, right? No. You know what I mean? He's gonna be doing what Jackson's doing.
No. You looking at it right way, but you missing something. For a team to make it to the Super Bowl the first year, they got to get in the playoffs, make a little noise, and continue to build. That's what the Seahawks was doing under Geno Smith, wasn't they? Continue to build, get in the playoffs. I can't help it they lost in the playoffs, and they got rid of them.
Look, and they lost with Russell Wilson plenty too after he won. You know what I mean? He got there twice. So like, come on, man.
All of it.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Well, I would
That's
tell you
right.
this here. Hey, I'll tell you this here. If there is any MVP coming out of Seattle, I'm gonna tell you right now, they're gonna give it to the
Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
The quarterback.
Excuse me?
The quarterback.
Huh?
There is no way. There's no way they're gonna give it to defensive personnel. That's number one. And there's no way they're gonna give it to Walker, the running back. Walker's not gonna get it. And there's no way they're gonna give it to a receiver because
not saying him either.
The biggest story of the
Jackson
Super Bowl
Smith and Jigma? Are you kidding me?
Who?
No. It's Jackson Smith and Jigba. It is Jackson Smith and Jigba. He has dominated every game he has played this entire season. And nothing against Darnold, right? Nothing against him. But who made the biggest plays yesterday in that passing game when they needed it the most? Who made the most third down catches yesterday when they needed it? Who got themselves open in double coverage?
I haven't said you wrong, but I'm going to mention this to you. Give me the last defensive MVP of the Super Bowl.
Oh my God. I automatically thought about my my boy Dex Jackson in the Bucks back in the day. But that was 20 years ago. It's got to be somebody else since then.
But isn't the guy that played with the Patriots or that's further? Is that further back? Isn't that the
lawyer? Are you talking about Malloy? Hold on.
No. I'm talking about the guy that's on the one podcast. Man, what is his name? The cornerback for the Patriots. Had that picks, that game winning.
Ty Law?
No, not Ty Law. I can't think of his name right now. I can't think of his name right now.
Von Miller is the most recent. Von Miller. I just looked it up. Von Miller. Back, you know what I mean? When he sacked Cam Newton's goofy ass 8,000 times.
Well, I tell you what. Cam Newton would have played better than your quarterback yesterday for the goddamn Denver Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think about that one?
Oh, I hear you. Yeah, that's good. That's good. The other Super Bowl MVPs, it was Dexter Jackson back. I was right about that in 2003. 2014, Malcolm Smith with the Seahawks when they won with Russell Wilson. How about Richard Dent, man? Did you know that he had it in 86 back when they won? That 85 team?
So, well, that's kind of easy to me. That 85 Bears offense. Besides sweetness,
I was literally 2 years old. I was 2 years old, right? That means what you would have been what 17, right? 17.
I was a junior in high school. 85, junior in high school. During high school, there was 85 ways, and I'm glad you mentioned that. For the 85 Bears to do what they did, I think I was pulling for the other team. I'm, I'm, ju- I'm just thinking about it right now because I used to like
I
sweets.
don't remember the
I
game.
love
I had to go
sweets,
back and check tape.
but
Right, right.
that was a good one, man. But um, you know, guys,
Top five
I
all
want to go
time, baby.
live today. I want to go live today. We're going to do a live pre Super Bowl, Super Bowl morning. We need to do a Super Bowl show where we're going to talk about previous Super Bowls that comes back to us as we talk about greatest Super Bowl moments. You know, I got a whole lot of Super Bowl moments better than my man. You know, he ain't number 25. He
Well,
25
I
years
mean,
old.
honestly, the best, the best Super Bowl moment. It's kind of
Keep it to
funny
yourself. No, hold it. Hold it. We
since
gonna
if you
save it.
really think about it,
We gonna
coming down
save
to
it.
the absolute.
No, stop. We gonna save it. We
All
gonna
right,
save it. Don't give it. Don't give it away. We gonna save
all
it.
right, all right,
We gonna save it
all right,
because we know you gonna dig in your
all right. No
Buccaneers
problem.
and talk about
Sorry, folks. I
Derek
wanted to tell you
Nuts.
because I'm.
No, stop it. Stop. We gonna save that moment. But everybody, please like, subscribe, and do everything else. Give
Subscribe,
me a thumbs up.
comment.
And please comment and tell Jeff to comb his hair sometime. You know, he'll look a whole lot better if he comb his hair to the right and not the left.
Look, come on, man. I came on clean shave. What do you want, man? I came on
I
clean
see
shaven.
that. I
Like
see it.
hair
I
short.
see it.
Hold on.
So,
Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Just let you know, I met his sons the other day, and I heard about his barb
everybody,
skills.
stay
All right.
cool, stay dry, and most